Welcome back, Wolfpack Verliser, to this week's Fan Fridays. But before we get in this battle with Stantler, oh, that's going to be exciting, I do want to make an announcement about last week's final episode with the opponent that I said was cheating. Now, some of you guys might want me to say, oh, I was wrong to say that, but no, I wasn't. If we watch the video, it's actually a level ball Landorus. The opponent 100% was cheating or was using cheated Pokemon, but you are responsible for the Pokemon you bring. Doesn't matter if your friend hacks your Pokemon, you use it, you're still cheating. Same thing when we break down everything else. So when I read the comments for these submissions, sometimes the people even say, my opponent was hacking, I have proof, he only hatched 3 eggs and had a full team of shiny Pokemon. Some of them don't even have any battle points or hatched eggs, but they are using these very high class, rounded out, competitive Pokemon, which is one of the biggest things. And that's just ignoring, you know, the literal 1 in a million chance. I'll even round it. You know, it's a 1 in 1,000 chance to have a legitimate team of fully shiny Pokemon. But it's very fair to say, oh, the 99.9% chance that he is cheating, he's cheating. Like, it's not unfair to assume this at all. Also, thousands of Pokemon are cheated every day and given away on Wonder Trade, Twitter giveaways, Reddit giveaways. There's like an entire Twitch channel. There's like 3 Twitch channels that non-stop give away cheated Pokemon. There's tons of them floating around, so it's very fair to look at a cheated team and say, yeah, that guy's cheating. It doesn't matter if it was the 1 in 1,000 chance, because very safe to say that he is. However, if we get into this battle, we don't have to worry about that because the opponent isn't cheating, obviously. Well, he could be, but, you know, shinies are the dead giveaway. However, this works into competitive for the Clefable as well. So we've been talking about Defiant. I've mentioned competitive before. We saw that with the Milotic recently. And it's really powerful, so that's going to be Fake Out onto the Wigglytuff. Going to slow it down just a bit this turn, but that's a Perish Song. So now we're setting up that Perish Trap on the Gengar, and Stantler is going to go for the Skill Swap. What? The Skill Swap Stantler shut down immediately. That's amazing. And it's going to trade that Intimidate round, so it's going to set up Wigglytuff's competitive. Okay. Great strategy right here. So you have an Intimidate Pokemon with Skill Swap, giving it to the opponent, and then you set up Clefable's competitive. Like, GG right there. That's amazing. And does Stantler, like, go for the Trick Room or something to make Wigglytuff faster? There's a lot of opportunity right now. So, also, we can switch out because now we're the one with Shadow Tag, so that means Scrafty can't switch out. And it looks like Scrafty's just supposed to be, like, you know, Fake Out, annoying little support kind of Pokemon. Dazzling Gleam, though, is going to be really awesome as well. So there's the Trick Room. Oh, what a strategy. What a strategy indeed. So Perish Count's going to drop. I mean, Wigglytuff is hitting both opponents for ridiculous amounts of damage. Oh, the opponent tries to go for that double protect. He does not get it. That's going to be one knocked out Scrafty, but Gengar tanks it up pretty well. When you're running Perish Trap on the Gengar, you can go for a tankier Gengar and still be pretty safe. So actually going to swap around some more stuff. So now competitive is on Stantler, but then we have Shadow Tag on the Clefable. Ooh, disable on that Dazzling Gleam is going to be interesting, but we are going to see how this keeps playing out. So Dugong comes into the battle. I wonder what Dugong is there for on the team right there. So Wigglytuff going to just kind of switch out right there, and now Durant comes in. Durant, it's a faster Pokemon. It's 109 base speed, so I'm wondering what it's going to be doing under that Trick Room, but it might have its own, you know, you set up the entrainment turn, and then you just kind of screw around with your opponent. So if the opponent has to switch out the Gengar, because the Perish Trap, or the Perish Countdown would come through, that's going to be Gothitelle coming in. So now Dugong is going to be the one with Protect, but that fails, and Gothitelle going to throw down the Psychic onto the Tentacruel. Does get a good amount of damage, but Tentacruel is a very powerful Oh yeah, Dugong is the one bringing Perish Song in this situation. So that's like the second rotation for the opponent right there. And Tentacruel just has a Scald, going to try to get some damage across, maybe a burn. No burn right there, but Durant with the superpower, wow, just comes in for the obliteration damage onto the Dugong. Super effective because of that ice typing. Durant's going to lose some stats, but doesn't seem like it matters because we do get that cleanup right there. Now it's going to be Gengar coming in, and Gothitelle is definitely going to faint to the Perish Song. So that's kind of the play right now. I don't think the opponent really has too many options that could happen at this point. So Gothitelle is going to start counting down. Durant, he's already used superpower. There's not really much else this Pokemon can do right now. And Tentacruel is getting pressured by the Gothitelle, but Tentacruel is a really good special defense tank, so I can see some synergy here. And Heal Pulse. So Gothitelle is just trying to be the ultimate frustration. Like, oh, I'm going to Heal Pulse. I'm going to keep this Perish Trap alive and then whatnot. but the Acid Spray is going to drop down the opponent's special defense. That's one of the crazy things about Acid Spray. It drops your special defense harshly, so it cuts in half just for using it. Almost no power, but then you bring in the Clefable, and it kind of doesn't matter because now we're cutting down on that super effective damage. Now it's becoming effective normal damage. Looks like we're choiced into that superpower. Maybe choice banned for the slowness aspect of the Trick Room. I don't know. But it did do okay damage. Gothitelle, very tanky Pokemon, most likely a physical tank as well. And now the Twisted Dimensions are going to return to normal, and now we're going for that setup again. So that's going to be Stantler coming in with that Intimidate, going to knock down Gothitelle just a little and kind of slow down Gengar's attack. That's not really going to mean much, but that means we can use Skill Swap again. We can start setting up for the Stantler. If it gets Trick Room going, then Wigglytuff just comes in and wins. Stantler actually going to tank out pretty well, and he's going to roar out Durant. Going into the Wigglytuff. Wow, is this like this just made to be like a full counter to Perish? Like, that's amazing. So we play through it like that, and then that means Wigglytuff is now back in the battle, which means we can skill swap it, and the opponent just forfeits. He knows he doesn't want to deal with that anymore. There was also another submission, so let's go and check that one out. Oh, this is going to be ridiculous. That's going to be Landorus, Kangaskhan, Milotic. So Milotic is going to get the double competitive with the Wigglytuff because Landorus Intimidate and then Stantler Intimidate. Now, Stantler isn't offensive, so Landorus is actually going to lose damage overall, which could be interesting. Like, this is going to be wild. I don't even know how this could happen. I'm excited. I'm like super excited. So that's going to be Intimidate. Stantler's attack drops, but Wigglytuff is going to gain on that competitive, and then we just watch it happen the other way around. However, like I mentioned, yeah, Landorus is going to actually lose out in this one. So what do? Like, set up the Trick Room, try to one-shot the Milotic with the Wigglytuff? Do you keep trying to trade the Intimidates to build damage? Like, this is getting crazy. So we're going to see the Rock Slide not do much of anything to any of those Pokemon. Milotic is going to Scald onto the Stantler. Stantler survive. How does Stantler survive that? Like, that shouldn't be possible. And Wigglytuff has the Ice Beam, so that's going to be one knocked out Landorus. Yeah. So, good, like, just a big play right there. But Wigglytuff, I can also see that's hit point and special attack invested, and Stantler went for the roar. So it even counters. It even counters that out. So now you roar out the Milotic, you make it lose its competitive. Stantler, it goes down to the burn, but that's something that happened right there. That's hilarious. So Kangaskhan going to come in, but now Wigglytuff still has the stats. There is going to be a resist by that Rotom, and then Espeon is going to be the Pokemon that comes out. So Kangaskhan, Mega Kangaskhan is going to be the thing. Now, what does Espeon have? Is it going to skill swap and try to, you know, outspeed the Kangaskhan and get rid of the parental bond or something? I don't know. So Sucker Punch is going to land on the Espeon, but Espeon tanks it up. That's kind of crazy. Just maybe max defense investment. Like, that was pretty good. So, yeah, it doesn't get one shot because of that Citrus Berry. Probably wouldn't have gotten one shot even without it, so it would have been low health. That's going to be Dazzling Gleam, so double Dazzling Gleam. Why not? That's how this team is just built right there. So Wigglytuff going to avoid the burn, and it has the Hyper Voice. Well, you can do that as well. So Kangaskhan is going to go down. I don't think the crit really mattered, if you think about it, because Wigglytuff does have that double damage, so that's going to be the thing. Now, Milotic comes in the field. Rotom didn't take too much damage. Espeon has the Yawn. Wow, this team is ultimate troll. Ultimate troll on this team. We have Skill Swap, we have Superpower Durant, we have the Roar shenanigans, we have Yawn even playing a part in this, and that's going to be Overheat onto the Wigglytuff from the Rotom. But Wigglytuff, this thing's a beast. Look how tanky it is with all the defensive investment whatsoever, and that's going to be Rotom getting one hit, or not one hit. That's going to be Rotom getting finished off by the Hyper Voice, and Espeon with a Psychic. Is it going to be enough damage to finish off the Milotic? No, it will not be. Milotic being tanky as well. Going to Scald on to the Wigglytuff. Wigglytuff does go down from the critical hit on that one. Feels like it might have been able to survive after we saw the damage, but the Yawn going to make it go down, and that means we just bring in like Durant. We have Miltank in this situation, right? So Miltank, another pretty troll Pokemon. It can Body Slam, and it can just go for the chance of Paralysis and then troll around by hitting Ghost-type Pokemon with Scrappy. Might be anti-evasion as well. Like, this team looks like it covers for a lot of stuff. Amazing. I love it. I love it. Amazing battle right here. So you guys enjoyed the start of this Fan Friday. It's a fantastic start, if I do say so myself, and I hope you all have a nice day. Thank you for watching.